Alright, welcome to part 3 of the Blu-ray collection. We're going to focus on the entire bottom half of this shelf. So here we go. Cooties. Cop Car, pretty underrated thriller. Copland, great movie. Cop Out. Cop Shop. This movie's awesome. Highly recommend that one. Corpse Bride, really, really good. I like that one a lot. Cosmic Sin. Cosmos, A Space-Time Odyssey. Countdown, this is the action movie with Kane and Dolph Ziggler. And then the shitty horror movie, Countdown. Couples Retreat. Cover Me. Cowboys and Aliens. Cradle to the Grave, not only a fun movie, but awesome soundtrack. Crank and Crank 2 High Voltage. Crash, haven't watched this yet. Crawl, pretty fun alligator movie. Crazy Rich Asians, really, really good movie. They were talking for a long time about doing the sequel to this, but I think too much time has passed. I don't know if people are going to be into it now. Maybe, I'm not sure. Crazy Samurai 400 versus 1. Kind of like a... sort of a one-take movie. Like, most of the movie is done in one take. But what's really funny is that they film it in a way where after he defeats some people or kills them, the camera pans, and then the people that were off-screen are now dressed differently, and they come back on screen. Crazy Heart, Crazy Stupid Love, and then Creed, Creed 2, and Creed 3. Creepshow, one of the all-time greatest horror movies. And then season 1, 2, and 3 of the show. I do have season 4. Show's pretty good. Criminal, very underrated. Critters Attack, that's a fun one. I do have the other Critters movies. Crossing Over. Crown Vic, really, really good movie. Cruel Intentions. Cruella, fantastic movie. I hope they make a sequel to this. Excuse me. Cruel World. Cuban Fury. Cult of Chucky. Cursed Films and Cursed Films 2, both seasons. Highly recommend this. This is the complete series. This is one of my all-time favorite shows. It takes a look at, like, behind-the-scenes history of, like, movies that are sort of, like, cursed. Season 1 takes a look at Poltergeist, The Omen, The Exorcist, The Crow, and Twilight Zone the movie. Season 2 takes a look at The Wizard of Oz, Rosemary's Baby, Stalker, The Serpent and the Rainbow, and Cannibal Holocaust. Cutthroat City. Van Damme triple feature of Cyborg, Death Warrant, and Double Impact. All three of those are fun. Cyrano, that was a good one. Daddy's Home and Daddy's Home 2. Dallas Buyers Club. Dance Flick, this movie's ridiculous, but I like it. Dances with Wolves, pretty good. Dangerous, also pretty good. Danny Collins, really good. A Danny Trejo double feature of Border Cross and Chavez, Cage of Glory. I'm sure he's probably only in these movies for like a couple of minutes. But, you know, hey, what can you do? Triple feature of Daredevil, the Director's Cut, Elektra, the Director's Cut, and the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Dark Angel, this is also known as I Come in Peace. Darkman. Dark Shadows. Dark Was the Night. Dark Waters. This is a really good movie that people, I guess, don't really seem to talk about. This is one of those movies that people do talk about, like, when it comes out and everything. And then, like, after a few months, it fades into obscurity. But definitely check this one out. It's a really, really solid movie. Dark Web Cicada 3301. Not too bad. It wasn't terrible. Date Night, great movie. Days of Thunder, haven't watched that yet. Day Zero, pretty decent sort of zombie action flick. DC 9-film set. This comes with Superman, the movie, Superman 2, I believe both cuts, or no, I think it's just the Richard Donner cut. Superman 3, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, Superman Returns, and then Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. DC League of Super Pets, it's not bad. Dead Again in Tombstone, Dead Heading, and then Dead in Tombstone. Dead Again is the sequel. Deadly Force Mission Budapest. This is also like under like another title called The Recruits. This wasn't bad. It was kind of entertaining. Dead Man Down. Deadpool. And Deadpool 2. Dead Reckoning, huge Scott Adkins fan. This was a pretty solid movie. All of his movies, if you're an action fan, definitely check them out. They're sort of like B-movie level, but he raises it to such a degree that they're really, really good. Deadstream, pretty decent Shudder movie. I felt like it would have been better had it not been like so jokey, I guess is the correct way to say that. Dead Trigger. Dear Evan Hansen, I don't give a shit what people say. I love this movie. This movie is fantastic to me. I really, really dug it. Dear John. This I haven't watched, but I'm told it's an awesome documentary. I found this for cheap at Half Price Books. This is Dear Zachary, a letter to a son about his father. Esquire says it's one of the top 25 documentaries of all time. So, should be pretty interesting. Death at a Funeral, the remake. Sorry. Now we're in the death movies. Death of Me, that's not very good at all. Death on the Nile, this is the second in the Kenneth Branagh Hercule Poirot movies. Then we got Death Race, Death Race 2, Death Race 3, and the fourth one, Death Race Beyond Anarchy. I haven't seen any of those, but I have seen Death Race 2000, which I have on DVD, and Death Race 2050, which is pretty entertaining. Rest in peace, Roger Corman. Death Wish, the remake, I really like that one. Deck the Halls. Deepwater Horizon. Deliver Us from Evil, pretty decent movie. Delivery Man. Delta Farce. This is a double feature set of Demonic and Uninvited. It's from Mill Creek. Who's in either of these? Okay, so Demonic has Richard Cambridge, Nicole Petty, and Tom Savini. Uninvited has people that I really don't know who they are, but we'll see. Demolition Man, great movie. Den of Thieves, really solid. Desperate Riders, that was alright. Despicable Me. Despicable Me 2. And Despicable Me 3. You know, the fourth one, we'll see what that's like. And then these are a trilogy that Bruce did. I have them alphabetically backwards, but it goes Detective Knight Rogue, Detective Knight Redemption, and Detective Knight Independence. All three of those are very, very good. They're very entertaining. Highly, highly recommend those. Devil's Due. Devil's Not. Devil's Workshop. This is a pretty solid movie. Devotion. That was really good. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Dog Days. And Roderick Rules. Diary of the Dead. I actually haven't seen any of the Romero Dead films past the original Dawn. I've seen Night and I've seen Dawn. I have not seen Day, Land, Diary, or Survival. So that's something I gotta I pull this out. Dick Shark. This is a movie that consists of a 2-hour cut and a 7-hour cut. I don't understand why a movie called Dick Shark needs to be 7 hours long, but, you know, we'll see. Dick Tracy. The Die Hard set, you get Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Harder, Die Hard with a Vengeance, which might be my favorite of the series because it's like a buddy movie. Live Free or Die Hard and A Good Day to Die Hard. Die in a Gunfight, pretty decent. Dig, also a pretty decent movie. Dinosaur. Dirty Dancing, a classic. The Dirty Harry set, this has all 5 of the movies. Dirty Harry, Magnum Force, The Enforcer, Sudden Impact, and The Deadpool. The original is a classic. The other 4 are pretty decent. The Deadpool is interesting because that has Jim Carrey in a pretty early role. Disclosure and Fatal Attraction, 2 really good movies. Disorganized Crime. District 9. Surprisingly, I haven't seen this yet. We have District B13 and the sequel, District 13 Ultimatum. If you've seen Brick Mansions is up there, that's the American remake of these, and the guy David Bell, who's with Paul Walker in the movie, he reprised his role from those movies. So that's your trivia fact. Disturbia, haven't seen that yet either. Disturbing the Peace, this movie is so shitty. It's really bad. Even Guy Pearce has gone on record saying that he's not a fan of the movie. Divergent, pretty good movie. I do have the other 2. We'll get to those later. Django Unchained, fantastic movie. Doctor Sleep, also fantastic. Doctor Strange and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Dodgeball, a true underdog story. Dog. Dolomite. Dom Hemingway. Domino. There we go. That's what I wanted to happen. Don John. Donnie Brasco. Donnie Darko. Surprisingly, a classic movie that I have not seen. Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. Don't Breathe. And the very unnecessary but pretty decent sequel, Don't Breathe 2. Don't Say a Word, really good thriller. Don't Tell a Soul, kind of a dumb movie, but also pretty entertaining. These kids get in trouble, and then the cop that's chasing them ends up getting stuck in a ditch, and they debate on whether or not they have to help him. It's a triple feature of Doom, The Scorpion King, and The Rundown. I haven't seen Doom or The Scorpion King. The Rundown's pretty good, though. It irritates me that they took all the special features from The Scorpion King off of the DVD, so that's awesome. The Doris Day and Rock Hudson Collection. This comes with Pillow Talk, Lover Come Back, and Send Me No Flowers. Double Team. I love this movie. It's so great. Downhill, really good. This is the American remake of Force Majeure. That's also a really good movie, so check that one out. Excuse me. Do You Believe? Pretty dumb. Dracula 2000. Dracula Untold. Draft Day, really, really good movie. Highly, highly recommend it. Dragged Across Concrete, awesome movie. Brutal. It's by the guy that did Brawl in Cell Block 99 and Bone Tomahawk. Really, really good. Drag Me to Hell. Dragon Ball Evolution, I haven't seen it. I'm told it's really bad. I'm also told that Dragon Wars D-War is really bad as well. Dream a Little Dream. Dreamcatcher. Dream Girls. Dream House. Dreamland, kind of a dumb movie. DreamWorks Ultimate Holiday Collection. This comes with Trolls Holiday, Donkeys Caroling Christmas Tacular, The Madagascar Penguins A Christmas Caper, Kung Fu Panda Holiday, Home for the Holidays, Shrek the Halls Merry Madagascar, and Dragon's Gift of the Night Fury. You get all those specials plus the movie Rise of the Guardians. So really, really cool set. Dread, really good movie. Drobit Taylor, very underrated. I love this one. Drive, this is the Mark Dacascos movie. Haven't seen this yet. I have seen the Ryan Gosling one. It's awesome. Drive Angry, pretty solid. Driven to Kill, pretty decent. Drive Hard, I've heard this is terrible, but as you can see, I'm not very discriminating in my collection, so we'll see if it's as terrible as people make it out to be. Then, these are really cool. They're from Umbrella Entertainment. They're region free, but these are really cool discs that are just 6-7 hour long compilations of a bunch of trailers. They are Drive-In Delirium, so this is 60s and 70s savagery. Dead by Dawn. Maximum 80s Overdrive. The Final Conflict. The New Batch. And With a Vengeance. Really, really awesome. Drunk, Stoned, Brilliant, Dead, The Story of the National Lampoon. Drumline. This is a movie that I forget that I have. I guess that is not a good thing, but whatever. Dr. Seuss's Horton Hears a Who. The original How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The Jim Carrey one. And then the one that Illumination did, which is okay. Oh, and then the Lorax, which I'm not that big a fan of. Duel, that's pretty decent. Due Date, really fun. Dumb and Dumber, that's a classic. Dumb and Dumber 2, I like that one. A lot of people don't. Dumbo, the original, that's a classic. And then the remake, which was pretty decent. The original Dune, I watched this for the first time in prep for Dune Part 2. Pretty interesting, but it's really weird. And then Dune, also known as Dune Part 1. I do have Dune Part 2. It just hasn't been filed away yet. Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. Super, super good movie. Had a lot of fun with that one. Dunkirk. Dying of the Light. Eagle Eye. Earth Girls Are Easy. Classic here we have East of Eden. Easy A. Edge of Darkness. Edge of Tomorrow. Fantastic movie. Edward Scissorhands. Ed Wood. This is one of my all-time favorite movies. 8th Grade. This isn't printed on the spine for some reason, but this is El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. I do have the complete series of Breaking Bad, and I haven't watched it, so I'm going to have to watch it because that takes place after Breaking Bad. Elemental, fantastic Pixar movie. Elf, great Christmas movie. Eliminators, I haven't watched this yet. This is one of the Scott Adkins ones I haven't checked out. And then we have Eli Roth's History of Horror Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3. This is the complete series. I haven't watched this yet. I'm told it's awesome. Ella Enchanted. Baz Luhrmann's Elvis. Great, great movie. Elysium. Very, very good. A lot of people don't talk about that one anymore. Embattled. Awesome Stephen Dorff role. Really good movie. Emily the Criminal. This movie is awesome. Highly, highly recommend this one. We have Eminem live from New York City. Empire of Light. One of the greatest movies of all time. Empire Records. Empire State. Encanto. Great movie. Enchanted, fantastic movie. And then they did a Weak Sauce sequel, Disenchanted on Disney Plus, which really wasn't good at all. Endangered Species, that's a pretty entertaining movie. End of a Gun. End of Watch, one of my all-time favorites. Enemies Closer. Enter the Dragon. Entourage. Entrapment. The classic Eraser with Schwarzenegger. Your Luggage. And then the pretty decent direct-to-video sequel they did, Eraser Reborn. Escape Plan. Escape Plan 2, Hades. And Escape Plan The Extractors. Escape Room. And Escape Room Tournament of Champions. I actually highly recommend watching both cuts of the movie. The extended cut is not only a longer version, but it features alternate scenes and a completely different character, which is really, really cool. Both movies are really good. So I would highly, I know I got a dust, but I would highly recommend both of them. Escape the Field. This was not that good. This is the Essential Eastwood Director's Collection. This comes with letters from Iwo Jima, $1 Million Baby, Mystic River, and Unforgiven. ESPN Films Collection Volume 1. This comes with Catching Hell, Charismatic, The Fab Five, Herschel, and Renee. Eternals, that's alright. E.T. the Extraterrestrial, that's a classic. Event Horizon, very freaky movie, but really good. Everfall. Everybody Wants Some. Hugely great Richard Linklater movie. Every Breath You Take. That was alright. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Great movie. Evil Dead, the remake. And Evil Dead Rise. Both really, really good. Excess Baggage. Executive Decision. Great movie. Exit Wounds, another really good movie. Ex Machina, really, really great movie. Exodus, Gods and Kings, it's pretty decent. Expired, that's alright. Extract. Extraordinary, really, really funny movie. Extraction. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. F9, that's the standard edition, and then I have the Target edition as well. Face Off, He Was a Rookie, She Was a Rocker. Sounds like a classic Canadian love story. And then the Travolta and Nick Cage Face Off. Fall, this was edited down for a PG-13 rating, but apparently the R-rated version is available internationally, which is really weird. I don't know why we wouldn't get that, but it is what it is. Fame, the remake. I've seen the original. The original's good, but I haven't seen the remake. Family Guy, It's a Trap, and Family Guy, Something, Something, Something Dark Side. Both very good. I do have Blue Harvest, but that's on DVD. Fantasia and Fantasia 2000. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. The Crimes of Grindelwald. And The Secrets of Dumbledore. Basically, this is just Warner Brothers getting too giddy with the Harry Potter franchise, and I don't think they're going to do any more because this was a huge bomb, so I think they're done. Fantasy Island. This is all right. I saw this in theaters, and then when it came to Blu-ray, people were like, the unrated edition is so much better. So I watched it, and I'm like, I can't tell a damn difference. They're the same movie. So, Fantastic Mr. Fox, fantastic movie. Fast and Furious, that's the fourth one. Fast and Furious 6, the standard edition, and then the Steelbook edition. Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Faster. Fast 5, the standard edition. And then this I found for $1, this like cool digibook edition. Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Dazed and Confused. I'm ashamed to say I have not seen either of those. Excuse me. Fast Vengeance, not very good. Fast X, the standard edition, and then the Target edition. Fast and Furious is like my favorite franchise of all time. I love those movies to death. Fatale, super, super good. Fatherhood, also good. That rhymed. Father Stew, that's good too. I'm rhyming. I don't even intend to. Fat Man, that was good. Fear, great movie. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Fear of Rain, that was pretty good. Fences, great movie. 50 Shades Darker. 50 Shades Freed. 50 Shades of Black. And 50 Shades of Grey. I mean, the 50 Shades movies they're cheesy, they're entertaining. I like them for what they are. 50 Shades of Black is stupid. Fight Club, classic. Fighting with My Family, really, really good. Another instance in which I couldn't tell the difference between the theatrical cut and the director's cut. Final Destination 5, really, really good. Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within, I haven't watched that yet. Final Kill, it was pretty decent. Final Score, super underrated action movie. If you haven't seen this, definitely check it out. Highly, highly recommend it. And we will finish up part 3 here with Finding Dory. Still has the art cards with the otter on the back. Very, very good movie. So that is it for part 3. Went a little longer this time. Part 4, we will do probably the first 3 or 4 rows of this shelf. Stay tuned, guys. Bye-bye.